Hi, we're looking at a business model. It's titled New Leadership, Total Corporate Strategies Management System Model. It's been prepared by BSQM Group and it's shown as a building sitting on top of foundations and being fed by information and inputs and providing information and outputs. So the model is going to be showing that there is vertical aspects to how the business has been run, and there's horizontal aspects of the flow through the business. So just a quick look at the business itself. It's got layers within it. This is the corporate strategic level of the business as far as its structure is concerned. There's the middle management area or the tactical area of the organisation and the operational area of the organisation, layer of the organisation. So at the strategic level we have the top management, and the top management are the executives and the directors and the chair and the board who direct what happens at the business level of the organisation, which is called the tactical or middle level of the organisation. And then we have at the lower levels the operational level of the organisation, and they're going to be the people who manage the individuals who are doing the actual work within the organisation, not that the others are not also doing work. So at the top of the organisation we have a flow of process working through the organisation. Well, let's have a look at the inputs to start with. The policy needs are usually set by the various levels of government, and there are organisations associated with how businesses are allowed to operate within a area that they're operating. So it might even be from government policies on imports, exports, or the corporate requirements, tax laws, whole heap of other requirements to be able to operate a business within the area that they're operating. The stakeholders, the major stakeholder, of course, is the owner of the organisation or the owners, which could be one person or a group of people, uh, or shareholders, and also the people who are working within the building are another set of stakeholders as far as unions and level pay and safety and other aspects that they have. And also the suppliers, the people who supply the materials and the goods to the organisation to get things made from, or and also the customers who actually use the products and services provided by the business. There's also the business needs. These are usually set by the owners as far as the profits, whether they're a non-profit organisation or or a profit where they need to make a profit, or whether they uh, need to satisfy specific needs within the the business that will make sure that the customers are being provided the right goods and services. And so there's a whole heap of different business needs to be able to be satisfied. Now, they all have to be considered, and they're usually considered through strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, SWOT analysis. And they're understood by all of the different layers within the organisation to make sure that everyone is understanding of what it is that the organisation is having as inputs. Also, it has to be understood that the organisation is going to be meeting the policy requirements, governance, and all the other aspects of doing the right things as far as the organisation is concerned. That the stakeholders, everyone is being satisfied, that the workers have been looked after, the suppliers have been looked after, the owners are getting what they want, and the customers are getting what they want, and that we're achieving our business needs goals, that we're making a profit, or that we're expanding, or that we're satisfying the needs of the customers. Okay, now the organisation itself is built on a strong foundation, as I mentioned, that the education, skills, and the experience of the staff within the organisation are at the required level or exceed the levels that are needed for the people to be able to do their job properly. That everyone within the organisation understands what the values are of the organisation, and that we all are sharing a understanding of what this business is about, and how it that we employ the right people for the organisation, and that the organisation has got a good sound information and communication and technology, information technology and communications technology facilities, and that they're kept up to date, and that they're free flowing, and that everyone has a good understanding of how the business is running through proper information and communication technology. That's a good foundation for a business. Now, most businesses are top down. They start with setting their visions, what it is that they want to see happen, vision looking into the future 5 to 10 years ahead at the corporate level, that they're meeting the mission, that there's an understanding of what this business is about and why it is here and what it is to do to achieve the vision ahead. So it's going to be looking for key success factors along the way to make sure that the mission is achieved, that the goals are going to be set, and that there's going to be strategies set to make sure that the inputs are going to be satisfactory, and that the strategies are going to be setting that what is to be achieved. Now, to make sure that what is to be achieved, we'll be setting key performance indicators. Key performance indicators will be looking at various things that have to be achieved, and that the targets have been set of when they're to be achieved by, and how we're going to actually achieve those strategies. They're produced and provided to the middle management layers, who go through the same processes. They've got the same inputs. They're looking at what it is that the top management want from them, and how they're actually going to achieve that to be able to satisfy the requirements. They'll be setting the agendas for the different business areas within the organisation. So as we come down, we're expanding the amount of people that are associated with the levels. So at the business levels, we might have 10 departments or something like that, where there's purchase, construction, testing, supply, and different areas within the organisation. And Then we come to the actual functions of setting up the paint shop or the um, distribution or whatever, where the individual jobs are going to be described. So each person within the organisation will have a job description. They will also have key success factors set for them and into goals that they have to achieve. These are usually on a day by day up to a week or fortnight uh, time period. The departmental ones will be up to a year. As I said, this is 5 to 10 years. So the structure within an organisation is designed to be able to take the inputs, modify and process them to be able to produce the outputs. And we're looking for a gain associated with going through this process. So just a quick overview. What I suggest is that any of these particular terms that are being used, if you just need a bit of clarification on them, Google them and you will certainly find out more about them. Thank you.